Hey YouTube, this is Valerie with Money Mindset Coach. If you have subscribed to my channel or you're a viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really, really appreciate it. I am so enjoying doing this. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and thank you for being here. My video today is going to be on the 20 ways to simplify your life. And I really do believe that simplifying your life is something that makes you happier. It it just it just I don't know. It just simplifies. Anything more simple just makes things easier. And so let's get into it. Eliminate 10 things from your life. That could be clothes, maybe it could be a friend. I don't know exactly what those 10 would be. I'll have to think about this for myself. Number 2, cut back on TV. I have to say, I have really done that. I have my days. Like, I worked yesterday, I worked today, I'm going to work on Sunday, but I'm off tomorrow. And yeah, I kind of catch up on my shows. I probably watch more TV on a day off than I do on a normal day. I think I watch YouTube more than I do anything. So, it shows how much I love YouTube. Number 3, escape to a quiet spot. Everybody needs quiet time. When my kids got past the age of taking a nap in the afternoon when they were little, they had quiet time. And I told them, I said, you have to get on your bed, read a book, you're going to have a quiet activity for an hour because God knows I needed it. I needed a break. It was my break when they weren't taking naps anymore. So they had to have that hour of quiet time. And man, it was good for me too, because oh, I had 3 little boys, all 2 years apart. So yeah, I needed it really bad. Set your own pace. Not everybody goes at the same speed. I know tomorrow, with it being a day off, I tend to like to just take my time. I don't have to rush to do anything. One of the things I love to do is go out and pull weeds and listen to a podcast while I'm doing it. It's very relaxing to me. And it's like I don't have to get it all done. I just have to enjoy it. And when I was a kid, my mother wanted me to pull weeds in the garden. I hated it. I really, really hated it. But I really love it now. I love it. So just do things at your own pace. If it's not as fast as everybody else, I have a very challenging yard here. It's very hilly. I've never had a yard quite like this. I need a self-propelled mower. And during the spring, when it rains a lot, like it is today, when I had a nice flat yard, I might mow the yard twice. I'm not doing that with this yard. I mow it when I can, how much I can, and that's about it. I'm not going to stress trying to get it done in a certain length of time. I just get what I can get done when I can get it done. Number 5, get rid of clutter. There's somebody else, Kate Caden. I don't know if you have watched her. I've subscribed to her channel. She's really good. But she's doing a thing with a book called The 12-Week Year. And she is basically during April, May, and June, she is decluttering different areas in her house. And I started to think about that, and I thought, well, I could do that. So I have written down 12 different areas in my house that need to be decluttered. And we're kind of Yeah, we're like in the third week of April, so I'm a little behind. But I have to get going. Every week, you're supposed to declutter a different thing. So by the end of the end of the 12 weeks, you've decluttered 12 different areas. I haven't read the book. But I just have seen about it on her channel, and I thought it was a really neat idea. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I am decluttering for the next 12 weeks. Okay, number 6, when you bring in something new, get rid of something old. That's a good thing to live by. I have done that before. I don't think I've been conscious of it, but I think I'm going to start doing that. Number 7, do only one thing at a time. That's really hard for women because I think we are so good at multitasking. We can do 3 things at the same time. Our mind is thinking about one thing, our hands are doing something else, and then we're doing another thing. We can multitask much better than men can. I hope if there's any men that are listening, I'm sorry, but it's true. We can multitask. We can get an amazing amount of stuff done. But I happen to think that when I really focus on something, I feel better when I'm just zeroing in on one thing. And when I set the timer for 15 minutes and I'm doing one particular thing, and it's like I don't have to look at my watch, I don't have to look at anything because I've got this timer on my phone that's going to tell me when 15 minutes is up. And so I can zero in on whatever I'm doing and I can just focus on that. And that, I really, really love that. And I need to do that more. I need to focus more, doing one thing at a time. Number 8, say no at least once a day. That's always hard for me. I think I've been a people pleaser most of my life. I don't want to say no to anybody. I really, really don't. And it's hard. It's hard. You don't want to disappoint anybody. You don't want to make anybody mad at you. Believe me, I've been there. And, but, saying no at least once a day, I think once you get to the point of doing that, you're going to get better at it. Anything you do more of, you're going to get better at, no matter what it is. My grandson right now, he is going on 2. And I really think that his new word is no. Because when I see him every week, and when I saw him, not this last time, but the time before, usually he loves to go outside. He loves for me to read a book. I said, oh, you want to read a book? No. You want to go outside? No. When I'm going bye-bye, he's like, no. He doesn't want me to go. So he's good at saying no. Kids go through that. They have no problem saying no. Enjoy the little things. And that's, just the little things. When I take my dog for a walk and the cardinals are singing, I notice that. That's a little thing, but I notice it. There are too many things in life that we either don't notice a color, a sound, a smell, all the senses. A lot of times there are things that just get past us that we don't even notice. But we need to notice those things and appreciate the little things. This is number 10. Take at least 4 breaks a day. I usually take more than that. One of the things I do when I take a break is I sit down with my phone, and I've got 3 different games on there. I've got Candy Crush and 2 other ones that are kind of on the same order. And then I've got a color app. I love that. I love that. I'm a grown person, but I still love to color. I still do. I get into it. And I will send those to my grandchildren. And I really enjoy doing that. But it's relaxing. It's just relaxing. It's taking a break. Each game, you got 5 lives. When you've lost them, you're done. It's just relaxing. Taking a break, whatever that happens to be. Determine, number 11, determine what really matters. And that's a hard thing. Sometimes we can get so caught up with things where we forget this isn't something that I need to get all bent out of shape about. My boyfriend has really been helpful that way. I tend to get very concerned about things. I worry about things. And there's things I can't do anything about. And I just need to determine what really matters and what I can really do anything about. And then just that will take stress off of me right there. Right there. Okay, this is a good one. Number 12, make peace with all people. That can be hard. I mean, everybody has difficult people in their lives. And it can be hard at times to make peace with everybody. I think in the Bible, I mean, Jesus talked about getting along with everybody. It's part, you got to be yourself, but, do your best to get along with people in this world. Because there are so many people out there, I think, that are just fighting about something, or complaining or whatever. And it's like, life is too short, Just make peace with all people. Live at peace with all people. Now, this next one's hard. Tell the truth. That's hard. If a wife or girlfriend says to her significant other or her husband, does this make me look fat? If it makes her look fat, should he say so? I do believe that you can tell the truth, but I think it's how you tell the truth. And I really think that in the instance of a woman wanting to know, does this look good on me? Instead of him saying, no, it doesn't really look very good on you, or you look fat in that, or it's not, they could say, you know what? I really like that other one. I really like that one better on you, or something like that. There's a way to do it, but a lot of times when you're telling the truth to somebody, I do think that there are times where it doesn't need to be said, even if it is the truth. That's what I think you need to ask yourself. Is this something that needs to be said? And in that instance, it's like, are you saying something that maybe safety is involved? Something like that, where it's needed that you tell them the truth. But a lot of times maybe it's not. So sometimes it's just better to not say anything at all. But when you do tell the truth, do it in love. Do it with the right tone. Do it with the right attitude. Don't hit them over the head with a hammer with the truth, because it won't go over very well. So, number 14, appreciate beauty. Especially now, with it being fall or with it being spring. There is beauty everywhere. It's not too hot yet. The leaves are on the trees. The birds are singing. The flowers are coming up, blooming. For people with allergies, that can be a hard time. They're not too thrilled with that. My oldest granddaughter has a problem with that. But from the sight of it, though, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. And just appreciate beauty. And that will make you happy. Number 15, if you don't need it, don't buy it. And that brings me to, so I don't say it at the end of the video, I'm not buying clothes for the year 2024. If you've heard any of my other videos, I've talked about that a lot. Every time you see me, I'm wearing something different because I'm wearing what's in my closet. And I have a lot in my closet. I don't need any more clothes. I have plenty. So I am not buying anything for the year 2024. So that is one of the things that I don't need it, so I'm not buying it. And, you know, when it comes to my kitchen and my appliances and everything, it's like I have so much of what I need. There isn't anything that I really want. So I don't buy it. And I've been really saving a lot of money because I haven't been buying much at all. So if you don't need it, don't buy it. Number 16, if you don't, oh, I can't read it. Oh, if you don't have the time, don't do it. That's another people pleaser thing. It's so easy to have somebody ask you, can you do this? Can you go here? You know, can you volunteer for this? Can you come over? Sometimes you have the time and sometimes you don't. And there was one person that I met once that said, no is a complete sentence. That's hard for me. I don't think I've ever been able to just say no with no explanation. Because I don't think I'd want somebody else to say no to me and not explain why they can't do something. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, if you don't have time to do it, if you don't have the time, don't do it. Time is precious. So oh, okay, number 17. We're getting close. Ooh, I'm doing really good on time. Number 17, have a place for everything and everything in its place. I always have felt this way, but I feel more that way now because I'm older. And I tell you what, if I don't have a place for something, I'm going to forget where I put it. It's true. I'm going to forget where I put it. I literally have to have certain places in each room where if I go in with my phone and I lay it down, I have a certain place that I lay the phone down. So then if I can't find my phone, I'll look in every room and I'll know each place that I would have put it, and then I find it. The other neat thing is the Apple Watch. I worked with somebody who showed me that there's a thing on here to where you can actually locate your phone. And I tell you what, I will have an Apple Watch forever to be able to find my phone. Especially when I was living by myself, because I didn't have anybody that I could have said to in the house, call my phone. So then it would ring and I'd find out where it was. So anyway, love that. But anyway, the other thing, when you have a place for everything, you go into a room, and this room is probably the worst. I don't have a place for everything in here. I don't have a big enough desk. I don't have a big enough bookshelf, I don't think. And this is the smallest bedroom in my house, so this is the worst room. The kitchen is probably your easiest room because you've got drawers, you've got cabinets, you've got certain places for certain things. You know where your glasses are, you know where your silverware is because you got a silverware drawer. You know, the kitchen is probably the easiest thing. My basement is another place where I need to work, especially tomorrow. But if you have places for everything, you know, say you got somebody stopping by and they're calling and they're saying, hey, I'll be there in a half an hour. Maybe your house isn't quite picked up. If you have a place for everything, you can go like a whirlwind through your house and put everything back where it's supposed to go. And I usually have a day that I do that. Usually it's on Fridays, tomorrow, where I'm going through and looking at something and saying, that isn't supposed to be there. Where does that go? And I'm putting everything back that's kind of gotten out of place. It's a good thing to do every day, but that doesn't always happen. But if you have a place for everything and everything in its place, it makes life easier. And that's a good thing. 18, share your thoughts, feelings, and opinions with a friend every day. I don't know if I do that every day, but I do that. I do that on a regular basis. My youngest son is staying here right now. And, when your kids get to be grown, your parenting is over. Yeah, you can give them opinions, you can help them with certain things and stuff, but you really become friends, you know, and they can be some of the best friends that you have. And I am so glad that I had kids and now grandkids. It's the greatest thing in the world. You go through a lot raising kids. It's not easy, but the reward is grandchildren, which is awesome. And I totally enjoy that. Um, but yeah, share your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions with a friend. That's a good thing. It's getting it kind of off your chest. It's making you one of my most favorite things to do, and I mean this does cost money, but I don't do it very often. But my one of my favorite things to do is have lunch with a friend. That's my favorite thing to do. Sitting down, eating food, usually Mexican, a lot of times, having a margarita. It's awesome. And it's so much fun. And it's so much fun to catch up. I don't do it very often. I usually have lunch with a friend maybe once a month. Maybe two friends. But that's one of my most favorite things to do. So I definitely like doing that. Number 19, allow time to pray. Different people are going to be watching this. Some people are going to be Christian. There's going to be different religions. There's going to be somebody who's an atheist. I pray to God, but what your higher power is, depending on who you are, could be different than what mine is. You could be an atheist. It's okay. Everybody has their spirituality, and I don't try to put mine on anybody. I think at one point in time I probably did, but I don't tend to do that anymore. But meditate, just kind of quieting your mind and thinking. Meditation's hard. You sit there and you try to clear your mind of everything. That's really hard because my mind is going all the time, all the time. And number 20 is right in that same vein, is thanking God or your higher power, whatever that is, for what you have. I think I think that we can tend to get too caught up on what we don't have or what we have isn't enough, when really, as the United States of America, we are very blessed, most of us, to live in this country, to have freedom of religion, to have freedom of speech, to be free. My boyfriend says there's no other country like it. And I haven't ever been to any other country. I would like to go to some, if that can happen. I would really, really love to do that. That's something I've always wanted to do. But we're blessed. I mean, I have a roof over my head. And I have my kids and I have my grandkids and I have my friends. I have a job that I love. I have a car that's kind of old and has a lot of miles on it, but it still looks good and it gets me where I have to go. I'm a blessed person. I've never needed much. I actually, before I met my boyfriend, I dated somebody else. I only dated him for like 3 months, but he said that I was high maintenance. That really bothered me because it's like I wasn't going to get manicures and pedicures, and I went to the thrift store, for gosh sakes, for my clothes. It's like, what is high maintenance? I think he thought because I liked to go out to movies all the time and go out to eat. I mean, he was paying for it. It wasn't me. Yeah, of course I enjoyed it. We went out for Cinco de Mayo and we went to a Mexican restaurant. And he said, well, we could have gone to Taco Bell. I'm like, yeah, we could have. But he kind of thought I was high maintenance. I have to say, the boyfriend I have now, I've had him for 8 years. He doesn't think that. He doesn't think that at all. He loves me, even though I think that I really annoy him sometimes. And he annoys me. He does. He annoys me. We annoyed each other this last weekend, but when I left to come home, we still love each other. And that's the most important thing, is that we still love each other, even if we annoy each other sometimes. So anyway, that is 20 ways to simplify your life. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'm so thrilled that, I mean, I haven't been doing the YouTube thing very long, so this is going to take a while. But I have some subscribers now. I'm so excited. This is something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And now I'm finally doing it. And I'm so happy. And I really look forward to when I do these videos. I so look forward to it. And I feel like I'm talking to all of you, whoever you may be. And I'm really kind of glad. It's a lot of fun. And I totally enjoy it. So, yeah, I've gone a little longer on this one too. But we had 20 things that we had to talk about. So, anyway, if you like this video, please big thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, I would love that. I would love that. I would love to see you here again. I just want to talk about frugality, saving money, what to spend money on, how to spend no money at all, peace, how to be happy, good things. I would hope that my channel would bring good things to you and help you to think about doing something that maybe you've never done before. Or maybe you try some of these things. If you have done some of these things, or you've tried them, or you do try them, I would love comments. I would positively love comments. I would be thrilled. So if you have ways that you simplify, if any of these speak to you, or if you have other ones that weren't mentioned that you do to simplify your life, I would love to hear it. So what I say at the end of every video is use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.